Hello, Latin 1. Here we go. Chapter 25, the first morning in Rome. So it's one of my former students' favorite stories because of the picture and because of how just nonchalant they are about what's happening in the picture. Life meant a lot different things back then. It was far less precious to people. It must be nice to have an afterlife. It was now day. There was large shouting in the street, there was large shouting in the city. Slaves were carrying loads or burdens to the forum with a loud uproar. From all sides there was shouting and noise, but nothing of the shouting, nothing of the noise came to Marcus or reached to Marcus. He was snoring in bed. For he was tired. Sextus also was staying in bed, but he was not able to sleep. He aroused by or awakened by the shouting and the shoutings and the noise. He was already thinking about all the things which Titus had told him about yesterday. What will we see today? Will Cornelius take us into the forum? I certainly want to see the forum and the curia and the senators. Meanwhile, Eucleides, who at first light had gone out, already had returned. Immediately, he sought the bedroom of the boys and said, "Come on, boys," or "Hey, boys, why did y'all not yet get up? 2 hours ago, I got up." So he's one of those really cheerful morning people. Because I was wanting to buy a new book. I went down into the Argiletum, so that's a neighborhood that's right near the Palatine Hill. It's between the Palatine, I believe, or it's either between the Palatine and the Forum or the Avetine and the Forum. I went down into the Argiletum early to a certain shop where on the posts of the doors, the doorposts, you are able to see the names of many poets, Catullus, Flaccus, but the boys quickly interrupted because Eucleides, as they were well knowing, always was wanting to teach them something new. Man, it must be hard to have somebody who always wants to teach you new things. What did you see in the roads, Eucleides? Nothing, he said, except a poor man crushed by stones. Cows or oxen were pulling squared stones, carved stone blocks, in a wagon to the new building which Caesar is building near the Neronian baths, or near Nero's house, near the Golden House. So there's certain houses that are just named for the people that built them. Let's see. That building is a huge amphitheater, and soon emperors will make games there. If y'all boys will have been good, perhaps y'all will go to the games. And that's the end of chapter 25. Chapter 25 is big on fourth declension nouns. You might notice several of them in there, and that's why I gave you guys that lesson on that. Fourth declension nouns, 25C is one of the best exercises in the book for something like this. It's also one of the biggest pains in the butt exercises for something like this, just because it requires you to type the whole thing out and then do the English. And I do think you should write the whole thing out and then do the English, because you get used to using those forms, and you teach your hands or you teach your brain to see those things. Then if you take a look at 25D, that'll be a translation that I'll go over with you next. But yeah, that pretty much takes care of it. So first morning in Rome, and already their teachers trying to teach them things. That's how it goes. All right, I'm gonna hit the button.